Have you ever been talking to a guy, everything seems perfect, and then, boom, he just disappears? No explanation, no closure, just silence. Ghosting is one of the most frustrating and emotionally painful things to experience. But why do men do it? And more importantly, what should you do if it happens to you? Stick around, because today we're breaking down the real psychology behind ghosting and giving you the tools to handle it like a boss. Act 1. The psychology behind ghosting. Scene: a man scrolling through his phone, then setting it down with a sigh. Ghosting isn't just about one person being mean, it's usually a mix of emotions, fear, and avoidance. Here are the most common reasons men ghost. Fear of confrontation. Some men would rather disappear than have an awkward conversation. Instead of telling you they're not interested or emotionally unavailable, they take the easy way out: silence. Emotional immaturity. Many guys lack the emotional intelligence to communicate effectively. Instead of being upfront about their feelings, they vanish because they don't know how to handle emotions, yours or theirs. Overwhelm and insecurity. Sometimes, a man might ghost because he feels inadequate. Maybe he's dealing with personal issues, career stress, or doubts about himself, and rather than explaining, he withdraws. Lack of interest or something new. Brutal but true. If a man is not emotionally invested or has found someone else, he might ghost rather than facing the discomfort of telling you he's moving on. Avoidant attachment style. Some men are wired to pull away from emotional closeness. If he has avoidant tendencies, the closer you get, the more he might feel the need to escape. Act 2. What to do when you get ghosted. Scene: a woman confidently putting her phone away and walking out the door. Now that you know why men ghost, here's what to do when it happens to you. Don't chase. If someone ghosts you, resist the urge to send multiple texts asking for an explanation. If a guy values you, he won't leave you in the dark. Shift the focus to you. Instead of obsessing over why he disappeared, turn your attention to yourself. Engage in activities that boost your confidence. Spend time with people who appreciate you and remind yourself of your worth. Allow closure without answers. The hardest part of ghosting is not getting closure. But sometimes silence is the closure. Accepting that he lacked the maturity to communicate says more about him than about you. Recognize it's a blessing in disguise. If a man is willing to disappear without a word, imagine how unreliable he would be in a serious relationship. Consider this a filter: he just removed himself from your life before causing deeper harm. Leave the door closed. If a ghoster tries to return with a lame excuse, be wary. Most ghosters ghost again. A man who respects you wouldn't put you through that pain in the first place. Act 3. Reclaiming your power. Scene: a confident woman smiling while texting someone new. Being ghosted sucks, but it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their inability to communicate. The right person will never leave you questioning where you stand. So, instead of dwelling on a ghoster, focus on the people who genuinely want to be in your life. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment about your experiences with ghosting. Let's build a community that values real connections over disappearing acts. Until next time, stay strong, stay confident, and remember, you deserve someone who shows up, not someone who disappears. Ghosting can be painful, confusing, and frustrating. But understanding why men ghost can help you navigate relationships with more confidence and clarity. Instead of blaming yourself, recognize that ghosting is often more about the other person's emotional maturity and communication skills than your worth. If you've been ghosted, focus on healing, setting boundaries, and prioritizing those who value you. And if you're seeing red flags early on, trust your intuition and invest in relationships built on respect and honest communication. Remember, the right person won't disappear. They'll show up, stay present, and make you feel valued.